so feeling negated at this point that that's where they're going. But you know, if the culture was focused on how do I care for this person, we would be totally different. Because it's difficult to suffer alone. It's much easier with others. And if our church communities and people of faith were far more willing to visit and be with our friends, our family, those in our communities, our neighbors, I mean, be with them as they are in need of you. I'm not saying everything would change. I'm just saying that the culture of killing would start shifting because there'd be a clear difference between the two. I'm not saying there's an easy answer to this, because there isn't an easy answer to this, but I do know that in this culture, more than ever, we need someone who loves the other, and truly loves the other, for the sake of the other, and we need to be with them. And the culture actually is doing the opposite. The culture is selling death, and the only answer to that is not truth. Truth is good, but the only answer to that is actually love. There's only one answer to it, and that is that you love somebody. That's it. And that is something that totally, goes beyond anything of a faith perspective, even though it comes from our faith. It comes from truth. It comes from the reality. But it really is what the human person needs. And this is what's missing today more than anything before. We've become lonely as our culture. We've become separated in our culture. We've become, very self-centered in our culture. And sadly, what we really need is to be with each other, to care for each other, to love one another, and to be there for each other, and intimacy. So I challenge you, in our communities, this becomes absolutely important. How do we care for our own? So as an individual, if you know your neighbor is going through a difficult time, I visit my neighbor. Am I going to make a difference in her life? I don't know. But not being there is not the answer. Not being there is not the answer. In our faith communities, Mrs. So-and-so is going through a very difficult time. Who's visiting Mrs. So-and-so? Who's there with Mrs. So-and-so? Does she have a friend? Is there a friend who truly cares about her, who's with her? And I know there's no easy answers, but what I can say to you is that the answer to all of this is to love one another. There is no other answer to this. And my mic just went out of power.
Oh, your mic just went out.
I know, and I was ending anyway. Okay, so what do I have? My mic's dead. What do I have on my table? I've got the petition. So you can sign the petition. It goes to the